Welcome to our exploration of why coastal cities are becoming the front line of climate wars. As sea levels rise and extreme weather events become more frequent, coastal cities are facing unprecedented challenges that extend beyond environmental concerns, intertwining economic stability, political tensions, and humanitarian crises. In this video, we'll delve into the multifaceted impacts of climate change on these vulnerable regions, from billions of dollars at stake to the urgent need for innovative solutions. Join us as we uncover the complexities of this global crisis and highlight the power of community action in the face of adversity. 1. The rising tide. A threat to coastal cities. Coastal cities around the world are increasingly finding themselves on the front line of climate wars. With rising sea levels as a direct consequence of global warming, these cities are facing unprecedented challenges. Imagine a bustling metropolis like New York City or Miami, where skyscrapers tower over the horizon, now grappling with the threat of being submerged. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, has reported that sea levels could rise by up to 1 meter by the end of the century. This might seem a small number, but for cities with low-lying areas, it spells disaster. The rising waters are not just a distant threat, they are a reality that is already impacting millions of lives. 2. The economic impact. Billions at stake. The economic implications of climate change on coastal cities are staggering. Coastal cities are often economic hubs, hosting vital industries, trade ports, and tourism hotspots. As these cities face increasing climate threats, the economic stakes grow higher. For example, Miami, a city heavily reliant on tourism, could face losses in the billions if its famous beaches are eroded by rising seas. Furthermore, the cost of rebuilding infrastructure to withstand climate impacts is astronomical. Insurance companies are also feeling the pinch, with payouts for climate-related damages skyrocketing. The domino effect of these economic challenges could lead to a global financial crisis if not addressed promptly. 3. Displacement and migration. A humanitarian crisis. As the climate crisis intensifies, millions of people living in coastal cities are at risk of displacement. Imagine families who have lived in a coastal community for generations, forced to leave everything behind due to the encroaching sea. The United Nations estimates that by 2050, over 200 million people could be displaced due to climate-related factors. This mass migration not only poses a humanitarian challenge but also threatens to strain resources in regions where displaced populations seek refuge. The social fabric of communities could be torn apart, leading to tensions and conflicts over resources and space. 4. Infrastructure under siege. The battle to adapt. Coastal cities are scrambling to adapt their infrastructure to withstand the onslaught of climate change. From building sea walls to redesigning drainage systems, urban planners are in a race against time. Yet, the scale of these adaptations is daunting. For instance, Venice, Italy, has invested billions in flood barriers to protect its historic cityscape. Similarly, New York City has initiated projects to fortify its coastlines. However, these efforts are not foolproof. The question remains: are these measures sufficient to protect against the unpredictable nature of climate change? The battle to adapt is ongoing, with no easy answers in sight. 5. The role of politics. Navigating climate policy. Politics plays a crucial role in determining how coastal cities respond to climate threats. Policymakers are tasked with balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability. This often leads to contentious debates and policy gridlocks. For instance, while some advocate for immediate action and investment in green infrastructure, others prioritize economic interests, fearing short-term economic losses. The political landscape is further complicated by differing priorities at local, national, and international levels. The lack of cohesive climate policy can hinder the progress of adaptation and mitigation efforts, leaving coastal cities vulnerable to the whims of climate change. 6. Innovative solutions. A beacon of hope. Amidst the challenges, innovative solutions are emerging as a beacon of hope for coastal cities. Engineers and scientists are exploring cutting-edge technologies to combat climate impacts. Floating cities, for example, are being conceptualized as an alternative to traditional urban settlements. These cities would be designed to rise and fall with the tides, offering a sustainable solution to rising sea levels. Additionally, green infrastructure such as mangrove restoration and urban green spaces are being implemented to absorb excess water and reduce flood risks. These innovations, though still in their infancy, hold promise for a more resilient future. 7. Community action. The power of collective effort. Communities are banding together to tackle the climate challenges facing coastal cities. Grassroots movements and local organizations are playing a pivotal role in raising awareness and advocating for change. Residents are taking action by participating in beach cleanups, supporting local conservation efforts, and pushing for sustainable practices. This collective effort is crucial in driving change from the ground up. The power of community action lies in its ability to influence policy and inspire broader societal change. By coming together, individuals can amplify their voices and demand the necessary action to protect their homes and future generations. 8. The urgency of now. A call to action. The challenges facing coastal cities are not just future concerns, they're urgent issues that require immediate attention. The scientific evidence is clear, and the impacts of climate change are already being felt. It is imperative that governments, businesses, and individuals come together to address these challenges head-on. The time to act is now, and the stakes could not be higher. Coastal cities are the front line of climate wars, and their fate will ultimately shape the future of our planet. The responsibility lies with us all to ensure a sustainable and resilient future for generations to come.